Morning, drone on dude. It's a bit of an early start here up in County Durham. We are off to not Salt Lake, we've been there, Sandsend today to meet Dan for our first little trip. A little bit tired, 6 AM. Hope it's a good one. See you down there. Here we are, Sandsend. Beautiful. Lovely, fantastic. Look at that.
Never been here.
Chris and Dan, you alright, Dan?
Yeah, you alright, mate.
Alright, how you doing? Oh, left-handed.
You alright up top, were you?
Right, time to get suited and booted. It's just after 7, well, 25 past 7 now. So get suited and booted and then we're heading off over the top around that corner. See you in a bit. Right, we're done. We're off. Up here, along the Cleveland Way, in the direction of Kettleness. Never done this walk before, but looking forward to it. And fingers crossed, some nice finds. Backpack weighs about as much as me, so could be interesting on the way back. But that's all part of fossil hunting. Oop. See you in a bit. So this is, well, it looks like a nature reserve now, but this was an old alum shale quarry, so you can see the sheer volume of the place. Incredible. There's got to be fossils in there too.
Yeah.
So we've reached the point of no return. This is where we go down. You ready, lads? I've got me crampons and me climbing, me rope and everything.
You got your
Crampons. Funny. Oh, so I'm just gonna video from behind because Chris normally has a bit of a track record for falling. Actually, I shouldn't say that because from what I've seen of the videos, you don't want to fall down here. Dan, what's your track record like? Have you got mountain goat in here? Or are you?
Oh, a bit of mountain goat.
Right. So just me and Chris got the clumsy jeans then.
Oh no, I'm clumsy.
You're clumsy too.
I'll give it a go, mate. But I'm not gonna kill myself.
Right.
No, there's no things here.
Right. So you can see the handrail, or what was the handrail, become a perch for pigeons and seagulls. Ah, right. Yeah. Okay. Don't really want to go off the edge, hard to really see there, but if you go down there, this isn't so bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, man.
Wait until your bag's full and you're coming up.
Yeah, coming up's going to be a little bit interesting.
Doing it in miserable weather, which is something I haven't done.
So this is the place.
Really rainy day.
This is the place where I think somebody got lifted off the beach by the RNLI because the little stream here had flash flooded, and down the bottom there, the access point onto the beach, which we're approaching, I think it was just a complete torrent and they couldn't get off. Yeah, that's well and truly worn away. Not too far now. It must have been interesting being a jet miner back in the day.
You were? It was a high tide, 5.5 metres. I think it's 5.8 now.
I did check on Whitby tide times and it was, so low tide was 11:30, so we were aiming for 8:30 being the 3 hours before. Because I've got some great footage of the back of your head.
Right. Yeah, that's a proper steep one, that is. Nothing else to go. Ready?
Really cool place though.
Stepping into it.
Oh. Oh, yep, okay, yep, just a bit of gravity assist. So up there, it's the ravine. Some lovely little metal poles sticking out of the ground there.
Alright.
Oh yeah, we're alright there. I didn't bring me wellies because I don't have any.
Okay, that's quite deep at the bottom still.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
And if you come on, you'll be alright. Last time, see,
So look.
see that ledge? See where it's deeper near the steps and then there's a ledge? That ledge was exposed last time, so you jumped over that little bit onto the ledge where that's...
Tell you what, let me down first.
Too late. The slippy shale, right, okay. Watch the slippy shale. Okay. My phone's waterproof, so hey, look at that.
That was cool.
Quite a graceful dismount.
You're going to video me?
Yeah, right, so
Okay, I'll leave you at the end. That's what I was doing. It's 4 foot long, going back.
oh, 2 out of 3. That was a
Not too
close
bad,
one,
not
close
too
one.
bad.
Good recovery. Chris, oh, he's got his wellies, he'll be alright.
You'll be alright getting through it, mate, probably.
And we're down. We are down. Awesome.
Wicked.
On with the
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
on with the fossiling.
It's good.
So just working our way along. Tide's still quite far in. Just having a look through all these little crevices. Looks like it's been well picked, but it's just great to be out and hunting again. Fingers crossed. Be nice to get something a little bit different, maybe different ammonite, something other than a DAC. Maybe even some bone, vertebrae, something like that. But it is an incredible little spot. So pleased we finally made it. So literally just made the last little recording. Had a little look in these rock pools, came across this, looked like quite a sea-worn nodule. See evidence of a little bit of a DAC in there, and not too bad a split. Quite hard rock this one, but just wanted to give my new hammer a little bit of a go, and it works a treat. So we're just working our way across the shale beds, incredibly slippy shale beds, off around the corner as the tide's dropping off, and we'll work our way back to the egress point off the beach. So lots of evidence along here of the old jet mines. Just there's one there, sort of in a state of collapse. I'm not sure it's a profession you'd want to really undertake. And then just down at my feet here we have a nice little belemnite. You can see it in the shale. Not to take out, obviously, but nice to see. So this is a absolutely gigantic nodule here. But this stuff here, this is literally bitumen.
Here's the other half of it.
Whoa, stinks.
So what's bitumen?
Just in amongst the boulders here. Don't really want to get any closer, but that's where those big sandstone blocks came from. So I'm just having a little look through to see what's come down, and it looks like we have a lovely little DAC. So I don't know if you can make it out in there, but that is fossilised Oricaria oricana monkey puzzle tree, also known as Whitby jet. So Chris and Dan are over there. They're kind of having a look below the water line. Meanwhile, kind of just above it, found a few little nodules with DACs. Yeah, the usual stuff. So I'm just literally kind of trying to keep back, but looking towards the edge of the cliffs here, and looks like, I mean, it looks a little bit rotten, but a freshly fallen nodule with probably what looks like a duck. Another reason not to go too close to the cliffs. You can see just to the side of that, they've got a pocket where they've been taking jet out. So we were going to venture over there. I think that's around the corner's Kettleness, Goldsborough I think that's known as, and Stinky Hole is just over that boulder field. But instead we seem to be finding a few interesting fossils here, so we're just going to stick with this bit, heading back in that direction, which is where we came from. Hi. Quite hard going on these boulder fields and this rocky area, but it really is a beautiful day. So yeah, just literally going amongst them and literally having a look, finding something that looks potential, giving it a tap, and hope for the best. So keep on looking. See you shortly. What a fantastic day. So I'm kind of quite far out. The lads are way back there. I'm really, well, I guess this is the low water line. Low tide is about half an hour. So my strategy is that I will just have a look through this sort of area in the hope that it hasn't been overly picked. But interestingly, I've just come across this little fella. I just worked my way down without slipping over. Nice to see, not a fossil, but a lovely sea urchin, or a echinoderm. So yeah, nice to see him. I think I'm going to put him into a little bit of deeper water. And there he is, definitely a little bit happier down there. You can just make out all these little tentacles coming out. So rather than baking in the sun, I think he's quite happy to be back in the water. So there's my good deed. Now if the fossil gods are watching, for that good deed I would like to be rewarded. Well, I think we've had our time here, so we are going to head back. The tide's on its way back in, so we're going to head back round, back to the steps. But we've had a pretty reasonable haul. Backpacks are very heavy. Again, maybe, well, ducks would probably be the most, most abundant. A few bits of bone and things like that, so quite a good haul, but very enjoyable. Well, we're sort of on our way back. We just chuckled on ourselves. There was a couple of old guys, local guys, out for a walk, and they were stopping and picking our brains and what do you have? And they were kind of intrigued. They said it's a little bit of an interesting hobby, this. You come down, all the way down, gravity assisted, with an empty backpack, you fill it full of rocks, and then you go all the way back up. I was like, yeah, it's a bit of an extreme sport really. Certainly weren't wrong about the heavy backpack. Weighs probably about half as much as I do, but it's all fun and games. So just over in the distance there, I believe that is the wreck of the ship, and that is the boiler, or boilers. Don't really make that much detail, but anyway, thought I'd just point that out. So that's us back to where we started. Had a really good day. Quite tiring. Those backpacks are, well, yeah, they weigh a ton. Just over to the side there, you should be able to see. That's where we go back up. You just make out the ladders there at the bottom. So I'll zoom in. Just up there, and all the way back up onto the Cleveland Way.